So those customers who come in the shop or people who subscribe and watch our channel might just know I'm a bit of a Jetboil fanboy. I've had the original Flash for nearly 20 years now, maybe more, and it's still going absolutely strong. Used it recently in the Alps and it really won't let me down. Want a new one, but just don't need one because it's going so well. If you're car camping, you might have seen we did the Genesis review, the big double burner, an absolute beast, and it's got to be the best thing for car camping I've ever seen. Even carry it if you're going a little bit of a distance. And now, anything in between, we've got the brilliant new TrailCook series. So I think this TrailCook series is a really good addition for Jetboil because, like I say, Flash is brilliant for if you're boiling water and you want to make a dehydrated meal. Of course you can cook in it, but it's not really its point. Genesis for big car camping and huge fancy meals if you like. And this nicely blurs the line and is somewhere in between. Takes a lot of the advantages of both of those systems into a really neat, compact, something that you can carry on the hill when you're making fancier meals and rather than just boiling, like I say, water and dehydrated meals and all that. So there's two different sizes. A lot of the features are the same, but we've got the 1.2 litre and we've got the 2 litre TrailCook. So a quick few little stats for you because the burners in both systems are exactly the same. What changes is the pot size. The power you get out of these is absolutely amazing. You get 6,000 BTU or a 1.8 kilowatt power out of these, which is really, really fast and powerful. That means you can boil half a litre of water in around 2 minutes, 10 seconds. That's pretty fast for something of this size. The burner has a really, really good way of igniting it. So you just twist it. When you hit the end, it's got a clicker. It's got the inbuilt piezo. As you can see, it's already lit straight away. It's done it every single time I've tried so far. First time, absolutely no problem. And you can really simmer that really nicely. You've got a lot of control on there. So these pots and pans and this system is a lot better for actually cooking and making really nice, delicate meals that you might not normally do with your fast and light overnight camping stoves. The TrailCook stove also features a really nice silicone little grip here, so if you do have to pick it up while it might still be warm, you don't burn your fingers. A good little addition, particularly when unscrewing the gas canister. Both the systems come with the can support, which is really handy to keep it nice and stable. They pack up and go inside. They don't come with the gas, I just want you to know that. No stoves do because it makes shipping a nightmare. So just so you know, it's the only thing you wouldn't get that you can see here. But of course, being Jetboil, what you do get is all of this folds up really neatly, including the gas canister, and pops inside each of the stoves, making a really, really compact, brilliant cooking system. I think it's a really nice little feature that both the stove and the gas fit inside the little bag so it's not scratching up the inside of the pot. Brilliant. So as you Jetboil lovers know and people who've used one in the past, the Flash would click in and be sort of held in tightly to the stove itself, so the pot would click in to the stove so you could pick it up and walk around. That's not what the TrailCook is all about. You actually are probably at camp, got a more stable area to cook and you're making something a bit fancier. So you've got these little folding out wings or whatever you want to call them, stabilizers, and then the pot sits in really, really easily. And it's pretty solid actually. I sometimes worry that these things might wobble over if there's a bit of wind and just fall off, but actually that seems to just fall in no matter how badly you just drop it on there. And I think for stoves like these, that really makes a lot of sense because like I say, you're doing different kind of cooking. You might be taking it on and off regularly, pouring things out, straining different sort of vegetables going in at different times. So it makes a lot of sense. Both the pots come with this brilliant heat transfer, which is called the FluxRing. That's one of the secrets of Jetboil and why it's so efficient. You get so much out of your gas, it boils so quickly and cooks so well. Really distributes the heat, so you get a really good burn with it. I think all the extra features you get with this is quite a step up from some of the things you've done in the past, all the way down to the cup, which is like a proper solid little bowl, which connects on the bottom to protect the base of it. Also really useful to eat out of. I like putting my spoon in there just while I am cooking, so you don't just drop it on the floor. Really, really nice. Lovely new lid, which sort of clips in quite nicely with a strainer inbuilt and another little hole at the other end. So if you are drinking out of it, having a nice big cup of tea, you can do. The handle is of course covered in silicone so you don't burn yourself, and that also doubles up as the closure, so it folds over the top, keeps everything you can see securely inside and keeps the lid on. One of the stars of the show is the ceramic coating that's inside the pot, so that's a non-stick, makes it so much better for cooking than a lot of pans I've used. Nothing seems to be sticking to that at the moment. Really, really easy to clean, which is quite essential when you're cooking out in the wild. The 2 litre pot has a lot of similar features. So again, it's got a silicone covered handle. Actually, it's got two of them because a big pot like this clips out nice and solid. You want to be able to pick it up and carry it with two hands and be quite unstable with just the one, so that's a really good feature. Of course, the silicone is on the top as well for the little grab handle, and again, when you're packing it all up, the handles fold over, close it down and hold everything in securely. Same as on the 1.2, you've got the really neat strainer and another little hole to let some steam out. I don't think that's to drink out of. You'd burn yourself with that sort of lid, and it'd be a whopping cup of tea, wouldn't it? However, the ceramic coating continues inside, so really, really good to cook in. Both of these pots have got really nice neoprene cover, which again is a bit of a Jetboil thing. That's really good if you do have to hold it, so you're not going to burn your hand, which is pretty obvious. Gives it a little bit of durability as well if it's banging around inside your bag. Also adds a little bit of insulation so your food or your drink can stay warm for a little bit longer. So while both these are obviously a bit chunkier than something like the Flash, which is what you're going to take if you're going on a fast and light adventure, let's say, but they are still incredibly light for their size, I reckon. So we've got 550 grams here, 630 grams for this setup. Yeah, it's not super light, but that's not the point of this. You are, like I say, going to take something a bit nicer, make some fancy food in it, and really enjoy your cooking. You're out here having a good time rather than just getting by and getting your nutrition. You're actually enjoying your cooking and making something really tasty. If you're really into your coffee and you want to make a big old pot, you can actually get the Silicon Grande coffee press to work with the 1.2 litre. There's a little hole at the top there that will connect and just push straight through. And also the joy with both of these burners and these stove systems, if you will, is the fact that you can use it with their normal skillet as well and put it on the top if you are just frying something up. Obviously, you can probably put a normal pan on there, but you know, the Jetboil ones are going to work more efficiently with this. The reason I mention that is because if you're using the Flash, you will have to get the pot support separately. I think it comes with it. But if you put it directly onto the Flash, you would just sort of melt your stove. So it needs to be lifted up a little bit. Where these little arms here do sort of do that for you already. A little thing I really want to add, actually it's sort of nothing to do with these stoves, but everyone always asks in shop, how many boils do you get out of one of these little 100-gram cans? Well, Jetboil actually put it on the side here. They reckon you get 24 boils from a full can. Now, obviously that depends on the temperature and all that sort of thing, but that's pretty cool to know because sometimes you've just got no idea. And with stoves as efficient as this, you do use less gas. I mean, it's boiling in about 2 minutes. You've cooked your meal pretty quickly, so you have to carry less gas with you because the stove is just so efficient and uses less. Just a quick note for you all, of course, wildfires are a real problem these days, so just be careful. Have a lot of thought about where you're cooking and what you're doing. We've actually got a full-length video all about wildfires on our YouTube channel, so maybe go check that out. But just be sensible and do the right thing. So yeah, I think it's a really good addition to Jetboil's range. It just sort of nicely sits in the middle between sort of really light, but also doing something pretty fancy. Lovely bit of kit as well. It's been a joy cooking in the woods today, and I was quite hungry, so I'm enjoying that. If you want to see more videos like this, do consider subscribing to our YouTube channel or come in the shop and have a look at all our range because there's so many cool things I want to show you, and you can talk to one of the staff and really get some decent insights into all our stoves.